drill a borehole at Amdalai.
Amdalai. Was that completed?
Was completed.
How much was the award?
The contracted value?
Yes.
I think it was 400 and I cannot recall the amount, but it's 400 plus thousand.
400 plus?
Yes.
Were you paid in full?
Yes, I was paid.
Were you paid
yes.
by way of installment or just one-time payment?
By installment, because they do it on percentage basis.
Percentage basis?
Yes.
Now, did you bid for this contract?
Do I bid for that contract?
Yes.
Amdalai?
Yes.
No.
You did not. Now, were you issued with a job completion certificate?
I was given certificate of completion. No.
Now, how did you know about this contract?
Pardon?
How did you get to know about the contract?
I was contracted at Nyangabantang, where I had a friend who is a councillor who introduced me to the council. So I was, then all the contractors were running away from Amdalai because of the water level was 52 meters. So no one wanted to take the contract. So I decided to volunteer and took it.
Why would they run away from the contract because of the water level?
The depth.
Yes.
That would be more costly.
That will be more?
Costly.
But it is not. It's not gratis. You've been paid for it.
Even me, I have to pay the price.
You have to pay a price?
I have paid the price, a very serious price.
What is the price?
The price was, I drilled the borehole up to 80-something meters.
Right.
We thought we had water level. We had reached the water level. We start flushing and there was an argument between my technicians and the driller that this is not the level. He said it's the level. So he started flushing the water. By flushing that water, the water got stopped. There was no water left in the borehole. So frequently they have to remove the pipes and then start drilling again. In doing so, all our pipes got stuck in the wells. And it's a community whereby there's infight. There are three communities. Within themselves they are fighting. Everyone wanted the borehole to be drilled at that area, at his area. So that tug of war, there's some spiritualities involved.
Spirituality, so, like how? Like what?
Spiritual fight.
What kind of spiritual fight were involved?
Okay, let me set an example. That particular place where the borehole was drilled was contested by the village that we should not drill that borehole there.
Right.
Why? Because according to them, traditionally, it's not in line with their waters.
Yes.
So they call somebody to come and attest where a borehole should be drilled, and that man said, let them not drill it there, they have to, or else there will be a problem. And he has been vindicated when this thing happens to us.
So there was spiritual fight?
There was spiritual fight among them.
You managed to drill the borehole?
I managed to drill, but then it was shifted to where the alkali told us.
To somewhere else?
Yes. The previous place, the site chosen, was the site we were able to have water, but not at this other site.
So the site they gave you, it was not possible?
No, it was not.
Because of the spiritual fight?
Yes.
Right.
I don't know. I'm not in the best position to answer that, but then this is what they told me.
Yeah. It seems you also believe it.
I believe in it.
Yes.
Because I'm a live witness to it, and so more to it that happens.
Yes. Now, you have a bank account?
Pardon?
You have a bank account.
Yes.
Your business.
Yes.
It has a bank account?
Yes.
And a personal account as well, or is it one and the same?
My personal account.
Account and your business account, are they one and the same?
They are all the same.
They are all the same. How many accounts?
Well, I have only one so far.
Which bank?
Trust Bank.
So you're paid through Trust Bank? They pay you through Trust Bank?
All contracts are paid through Trust Bank.
All right. What is the name of this councillor friend?
It's Mr. Ndimbalan, Wali Ndimbalan.
Wali Ndimbalan.
Ndimbalan, yes.
So it is through him that you got this contract?
Hmm?
It is through him that you got this contract.
Yes.
Now, who did he introduce you to at the council?
Introduce, there is a lot of areas involved. You have the admin is there, the planning is there, so he has to introduce
But
me.
who did you meet before you were awarded the contract?
I met all of them almost. He introduced me to the admin, the CEO, the chairman, and the director of finance.
And the director of finance.
Yes, then the director of planning. So
Okay.
they all.
And that is your first experience with the area council?
No, that was not my first experience.
When was your first?
Huh?
When was your first?
At Janjambure.
No, I mean the area council, Kuntaur area council.
That was my first experience.
Your second?
My second was, which experience? What do you mean?
Which year or which period after your first contract were you subsequently awarded another
Because
contract?
of the work I've rendered at Amdalai, they were very happy, and then they tendered this other one. I went in for it, and I beat that one. That one was given on tender, and I won the tender.
That is the 2022 one?
2022.
That was you took part in
Yes,
the bid?
Yes, the bid.
How many companies took?
Pardon?
How many companies were competing?
Well, I know I did my bidding, and other people also bid.
Where's your bidding document? Do you have it?
My tender document?
Yes.
No, I don't have that here.
But you have it?
Yes, I have it.
Would you be able to submit it?
Okay.
All right. So please don't forget, you will submit your tender document. That's number one. Did you sign a contract with the area council when you were given your first contract at Amdalai?
Where are you?
Did you sign any contract with them?
I signed a contract with them from the line.
Okay. Do you have a copy of the contract?
I don't have that copy.
Do you have it at your office or your
I may search for it, but I don't think. I have other copies where we signed a contract.
Please kindly speak into the microphone for the purpose of the records. Right. So you don't have it?
I don't have that. Maybe the council will be in a position to produce it. Or I go and sign in my documents. But so far, I have seen only one that I've signed with them.
Right.
And
So
that is
whatever you are saying will be recorded. So we want you to speak into the microphone. Can you do that?
Pardon?
I said, so what you are saying is being recorded in evidence.
Yes.
So yes, so it's good. Now you are speaking to the microphone, so we would appreciate it if you continue doing that.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Now, in 2022, you said you took part in a tender, the bid.
Yes.
And you were awarded a contract. The value is 648,000.
648,000, yes.
Yes, yes. And you signed a contract as well?
Yes, I signed, that's it. That's the document.
Come again, sir?
That's this contract document that I signed with them.
May I please see the contract document? We apply to tender the contract document, the agreement for the construction of a 4.5-inch borehole at Kofa and Buntong in Njau Ward, correct?
Yes.
Signed by the CEO, Kuntaur Area Council, and the manager, Mbulumano Construction.
Yes. Yes.
Correct?
Yes, that's it.
Into evidence as an exhibit.
between the contract agreement for the construction of 4.5-inch borehole at Kufa and Bonton in Yao Ward is hereby admitted in evidence. This contract is signed by the Chief Executive Officer of the Kuntaur Area Council and the manager, Mbulumano Construction Limited. This agreement is admitted in evidence as an exhibit, and it is marked as LGC/KTRC/LYFAM/002.
Ask the question, please. Mr. Mboge, how were you informed about the borehole that council want to drill at Kofa and Bantung?
It's an open secret that now I've started working with the council, so I keep on inquiring from various avenues whether there's any contract to tender. And of which I was told that there should be a contract in such and such a month, so I went there physically, and then I was told that the contract is coming off in a certain period of time. Then I went there, I was able to buy the form, I bought the form and then tender it.
And then you were said to be the most responsive.
Pardon?
You were said to be the most responsive.
Yes.
And they paid you in full?
Yes.
The contract was completed?
The contract was completed.
Were you given certificate of completion?
No.
Why is that?
I don't know.
Did you ask for it?
I asked for it. Even I asked for my payment to the GRA that I was deducted, but it was only, it was made to my knowledge that only that of Hamdallah was paid, which I have the certificate, but that of Kofa was not paid.
You are deducted your withholding tax?
The tax, of
10%?
That 10% deduction.
May I please see the certificate? But you are saying it's only the one for Amdalai and Kofa?
The one for Amdalai. The one for Amdalai I'm saying, okay. Not Kofa.
Not Kofa.
Not Kofa.
Right. We apply to tender the certificate of the withholding tax certificate into evidence as an exhibit in relation to the contract awarded to the witness for the drill of a borehole at Amdalai.
The withholding tax certificate is admitted in evidence as an exhibit, and it is marked as LGC/KTRC/LYFAM/003.
As the commission places. Now, Mr. Mboge, all these payments have passed through your account,
Exactly, sir.
and you've been asked to produce your statement of account, your trust bank statement of account from 2018 to
Pardon?
2023. Your statement of account for trust bank, is trust bank correct?
Yes.
Trust bank. Yes.
My statement of account from
2018 to 2023. Do you want to write that down?
2018 to 2023.
Yes. Do you want to write that down?
Okay.
Do you want to write it down?
Uh, 23 last.
Yes, January. So you are given the technical specification for the borehole?
Pardon?
You are given the technical specifications?
Technical certificate.
Specifications.
Specification. Yes.
Now, we see when you engage in drilling of a borehole, different areas probably seems to require or demand different prices. For instance, the contract for Kofa and Bantu is $648,515. But the one you did for Andalai was less than that.
Yes.
Why is that the case?
Well, this happens in different years, and prices of commodities fluctuates on daily basis. So you cannot expect what services you render in 2018 would be equal to that of 2019.
All
There
right.
ought to be certain adjustments.
So it has a lot to do with the prices.
Okay.
With the time.
That's it.
Just the time?
Pardon?
Just the time?
Time. Not only the time, prices of commodities are fluctuating every time, now and then.
Yes,
you
I
take
understand.
today,
I'm saying whether that is the only factor.
not only that, lot of the fact, even the manual, the labor cost is only in the rising.
All right.
So everything keep on going up. So what you do for 1 year, next year it goes up again. So that's the difference.
Okay. All right, Mr. Mboge, we'll wait for the information we have asked. But again, when you were awarded this contract, did you make any other payment from the monies you received apart from monies that went directly into the contract and you the laborers? Did you pay anybody in the area council?
But I paid any money in the area council. Make,
Yes.
make me understand. I don't
By way of kickback, by way of trying to help? Don't laugh, it's serious, Mr. Mboge.
You know, it's really frustrating, if you should say that,
Why?
because I know what I've went through, and I'm on oath. Right?
Huh?
I am on oath.
Yes,
I swear on the Holy Quran as a Muslim
yes.
that I would testify before this commission the truth and only but the truth. I would not deviate from that, and as an elderly man at my age, I will tell you the truth, no matter what. Those are some of the conditions that we contractors couldn't deliver.
Those are some of the conditions that?
They couldn't deliver. If you are awarded a contract,
Yes,
what is expected of you is to deliver
yes,
to the satisfaction of your employers.
yes.
But this is not in the case. Why? Most of us are in default. The tendency is they tend to request the large portion of what you should take home, because no one is working, and at the end of the day you go home empty-handed to your family. This request you are asking or these sort of payments which goes under the table normally, I don't mean that of Amdalai, it never happens. But that of Buntu, it happens. Or even the first day I was paid my allowance, I couldn't even operate because I have to pay my drillers. I mobilize my workers. The materials which is expected that I should buy, I couldn't buy them. I have to go back to them to pay another money so that I could finish up these materials. But the amount they request was so exorbitant that I couldn't go anywhere. It couldn't take me anywhere. Because if you say mobilization, you give me 20%. Now I am contracted, and the values that I do charge all involves these pumps, pipes, drilling cost, in fuel, and then payment of workers. The technicians are there, the plumbers are there. So you have to pay all those things, and then you have to mobilize them. But after mobilization, if you are asked to give a substantial amount to the council workers, at the end of the day, I just walked and then wash my hand off and go back home indebted. This is what actually happened.
Mr. Mboge, thank you really for your honesty. If people are to swear to the holy books and tell the truth, then it will be very helpful, because then this is the opportunity to give the commissioners what actually obtains on the ground, because people are businessmen. You have a contribution to make in the country, and also your families and loved ones to feed as well at the same time. So we know the problems in this country. We want to solve it, and this is the opportunity to solve these problems. So that is why it is important. What you are saying here is extremely important, not only for you, but for the sanity of the country moving forward, and other businessmen like you, so that the people that are to benefit from this project can benefit from the project. Is that not the case?
Yes. Yes, sir.
So I understand that, and I really appreciate your honesty and in aiding the commissioners to arrive at a just conclusion, understanding of the situation. Now, just that being your experience, what can you tell us? Who were the individuals demanding certain payments from you, which will subject you to very stiff or financial situation in executing your functions the way you want and the way you have agreed with them?
Normally we contractors, the moment you are contracted, now the dealings regarding the work, the supervision and everything lies within the planning department.
Planning.
And should in case they need anything from you, they will send the planning director to you. You deal with him directly, no other person.
Okay. So who was the planning director at the time?
Lamin Kujabi was the planning director.
Lamin Kujabi.
Yes.
And he was the one demanding monies from you?
Pardon?
And he was the one demanding monies from you?
Not exactly he was the one demanding. This is a collective thing that they do.
Yes.
It's not one man show.
Yes.
It's from the chairman, CEO, and everybody is involved.
Yeah.
But Lamin is the man who is made on the forefront.
Yes.
And this, I tend to guide myself so in case anything should happen, as I was expecting today.
Yes.
A day of today I was never expected.
Yes.
But I safeguard myself. When I was paying this money, I went with a witness who witnessed me giving him that money.
Okay, how much?
That was one of my technicians called Per Mendy.
That was really good of you.
Yes.
The idea that you even really anticipated a deal like this,
yes,
tells that you had the intention to do the right thing, but you were subjected to very stiff conditions. Now, how much did they demand from you?
The actual amount was 150,000 out of 40% of the contracted value given.
Okay.
I said I couldn't do that because I do that I couldn't move. There was this push and pull. And then at the end of the day, I gave them 100,000 in present of pair to Lamin Kujabi.
100,000?
Just at $100,000.
In the presence of?
Per Mendy.
Per?
Mendy.
Per Mendy.
Who was my technician.
All right. Now, who did you hand over this money to?
I handed this over to the director of planning.
Okay. For the benefit of the chairman and the CEO?
CEO and every other person, all the stakeholders involved.
All right. Thank you very much, Mr. Mboge. The commissioners may have a question for you, but on our side, we are done with you. We thank you for your testimony.
Thank you.
All right.
You're awesome.
Geneva, give me the copy.
Did we admit the statement? Thank you.
Mr. Mboge.
Yes, ma'am.
I'm going to hand you over exhibit LGC/KTRC/LYFAM002, which is the contract agreement. Please tell us when this was signed, the date of signature, and the date of completion of this contract.
It was signed in 2022, around April.
Yes. Sorry. Does it have? Is that month written there?
No, the date was not written, or maybe it was not printed.
Is that not the original?
This is my own copy.
Your own copy. But it's not indicated in the agreement.
Yes.
The date of commencement and the date of, you understand, signing of the agreement itself.
Yes.
There's none of that in the agreement. Is that correct? Now, for the purpose of the record, I'm just being told that Mr. Gay, handling the recording, said he did not hear my first question. My question is, in that contract document,
Yes.
Can you show me the commencement date and the end of the contract date in that agreement?
No, it's not there.
It's not there.
It's not there.
Why was the date not contained in the agreement, the date you signed this agreement and the date that the contract was supposed to finish?
I don't know. That is squarely the duty of the planning director and the finance department responsible for this award of contract.
Yes, but what?
But it was an oversight. Me, I didn't go through to check when this thing. All what they tell us
exactly
is that after the first advance is paid, you start with the work.
Yes, but you signed this agreement as the manager of Bulumano company, right?
Yes, ma'am.
And the chief executive officer signed.
Yes.
Don't you think it would have been proper on your side to read the document that you are
Properly before signing.
that you will be bounded for?
Yes, ma'am.
Now, so you will agree with me that it will be difficult for us to know whether actually this was done in 2002 or not.
2022.
Yeah, 2022.
Yes, there's other documents maybe that would back up that. I think
Sorry?
so. That's the award of contract document.
Yes, let us see. Yes, this was given to you on the 5th of April 2022.
Yes, ma.
Right?
Yes, ma.
And this is preceded by the agreement, right?
Yes, exactly.
So you will agree with me that we wouldn't know exactly when you were given this.
To
because
sign.
there is no document. There is no date.
There's no date, yes.
Can you give to council to apply to tender this document? Now, the withholding tax certificate.
Yes.
Let me please hand you over and let me know why there is no signature, there is no date on the withholding tax certificate. Now, my question is, why is there no signature and date?
Ma'am, this particular certificate was prepared by the Director of Finance. And he enveloped it and sent it to me.
Okay, all right.
So I wouldn't know.
Yes, but as somebody that have his contract amount
Yes.
deducted,
Yes.
don't you think you could have looked at this document and queried it for the purposes of authenticity?
Exactly.
But you
exactly.
did not do that.
I did not do that, to be
All
candid.
right, let me have that. Now, I will further refer you to your statement where you indicated that the borehole that you were paid for, which is the one at Kufa and Buton, 648,050 bottles is what is contained in your statement.
Yes.
And in the contract agreement, what is there is for 648,515. There is variation in the amount of money, contract sum.
Yes.
Can you explain that?
Anyway, the contracted value was 648,515. That's the actual amount.
600 and?
48,515.
Okay, that is what is in the contract.
Yes.
So the one is in your statement is...
There's an error in that.
All right. Yes, Council.
Madam Chair, we applied to tender the award of contract for the construction of 4-inch borehole at Kufa and Ponto, addressed to Bulumano Construction Limited, signed by the CEO of Kuntaur Area Council, dated the 5th day of April 2022, into evidence as an exhibit.
The award of contract for the construction of 4.5-inch borehole at Kufa and Bonto in Jau is hereby admitted in evidence and marked as LGC/KTRC/LYFAM/004.
As the Commission pleases.
And yes. And my last question, Mr. Mboge, is you have told this commission that the reason for the variation in cost in terms of borehole drilling is the changes in price, you understand, and the time difference. What costed in a particular year would obviously be different from the following or subsequent years to come. Now, my question is, given the nature of borehole drilling, you as a person who is engaged in that domain and activity, do you think those are the only factors that you need to consider in drilling boreholes?
Well, if you as a driller charge low, and at the end of the day you cannot offer quality services to your employees, tomorrow you will not be able to get another contract.
Now, does the depth of the borehole have an impact on the cost that you will charge to clients?
Sometimes it do have.
Now, how do you make the assessment? That assessment, how do you make it?
Sometimes you do go and visit the area where you are supposed to dig the borehole.
I mean technically. Do you have the expertise to technically understand that the proposed site may be deep, may be shallow, may be medium, whatever?
If you visit the site, you will be able to know. Even if a layman goes there, you will be able to know the water level.
Really?
Really, yes.
Oh. Well,
And normally also transport costs also, you have to put all those things. If the place is far, the cost of transportation of your materials are also counts.
well, I wouldn't know the assertion you have made that anybody that goes will understand the depth.
You will understand it.
You will understand the depth of the water in a
The
particular
table of that area, you will
yes.
be able to understand it.
Without expertise.
Without expertise, yes.
Is that so?
Yes. Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Honorable Commissioner has a question before I ask my last question. Thank you.
Mr. Mboge.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, Commissioner.
Okay. It's just a word of advice. You know, in contracting, we all know what happens to the specifications. But there are always data that you have to use as a contractor. And this data, I know you know, is available at the Ministry of Water Resources. If you use that data, it will help you in your costing. But if you just want to go there and move it, at times you could flop. So use the Department of Water Resources. They have all the data of all the water tables in this country, and that would help you in your costing. Okay?
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, sir.
Actually, the reason why I ask you the question is because the Ministry of Water Resources is the department that has the expertise to give you correct information as to, in each location, what is the probable water level, the table of the water level in any particular area, because they have that data. And if you don't have that data, it will be difficult because you might cost for 100 meters. It might be more than 100 meters. It might be 200 or 300. And you end up losing. You end up losing one because you will not be able to execute as per what you agreed with your clients. And that is why so many of the projects, they fail.
Exactly.
So this is why I was asking you the question, whether you know about what support the Ministry of Water Resources can give to you to be able to make a proper costing when you do contracts for clients.
I am always in consultation with the water resources representative at the region, like CRR.
But does he normally provide you with
Yes,
the
he
data?
probably assists me with in certain details, and then he do give me guidelines.
Yes, that was what I was asking.
Okay.
I wanted to know. The reason why I asked.
And in fact,
because
one of my workers, who is an engineer, is also well distinguished. He is knowledgeable on the sides of borehole. Unfortunately, I lost him. You know, these spiritual fights at Amdalai. The man died prematurely. Almost all of my workers.
Now, Mr. Mboge, did the council ask you to produce any document or information?
Any?
Did he ask you to produce for us any information?
Whether they asked me?
Yes, whether the council, the lead council, has asked you to provide us with any information that you noted.
He told me to bring my bank statement.
Yes, okay. So now we will give you up to Thursday to provide those informations, all right?
Bank statement,
And the
okay.
tender documents.
And?
And the tender documents, he said he doesn't
Yes, and
have
the
it
tender
here.
documents. I think he has noted it. So, Mr. Mboge, thank you so much, and we expect to see the documents on Thursday. You are discharged. We will call you when we need to, if we have any further information to verify from you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
And can you please call in the next witness?
Good afternoon, Mr. Witness. Good afternoon. Can you speak into the mic? Welcome to this Commission of Inquiry into Local Government Councils and Related Matters. Mr. Witness, what is your religion?
I'm a Muslim.
In which language do you wish to make your testimony?
Pardon me?
In which language do you wish to make your testimony?
In English.
Do you wish to swear by the Holy Quran or make an affirmation?
By the Holy Quran.
Madam Chair, the witness wishes to swear by the Holy Quran. Can you hold the Holy Quran and then repeat after me? I, Sanneh,
Sanneh,
do swear that I'll speak the truth,
I'll speak the truth,
the whole truth, and nothing but the truth.
but nothing but the truth.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Thank you. You may be kindly seated. Madam Chair, the witness is sworn. I have the honor to hand over the witness for us to proceed.
Good afternoon, Mr. Sanneh.
Good afternoon, ma.
You are welcome. Council, can we proceed, please?
Thank you. Good afternoon, Mrs. Sanneh. Could you please tell the Commission your full names?
My name is Sanneh.
What is your address?
Kunkujang Chetaya.
What do you do for a living?
I'm a businessman now.
In 2018, what were you?
Pardon me?
In 2018, what do you do?
I'm a businessman.
Business in what? What exactly do you do?
Borehole drilling.
Do you have any contracts or did you have anything to do with Kuntaur Area Council?
Yes, ma.
When was this?
It's around 2020.
Okay, you were awarded contracts?
Yes, ma.
Did you go through the tender process?
Not the tender process.
How were you awarded these contracts?
Single source.
How many contracts?
2.
Now, do you remember making a statement with the investigators of this commission?
Pardon me?
Do you remember making making a statement with the investigators of this commission?
Yes, ma'am.
Now, you'll be provided with your statement. You can kindly go through it and confirm if that was the statement you made.
That's it. That's my signature.
Madam Chair, we apply to tender the statement of the witness, Mr. London Sanneh, dated the 7th day of March 2024 into evidence as an exhibit.
The statement dated the 7th of March 2024 is hereby admitted in evidence as an exhibit, and it is marked as LGC/KTRC/LS/001.
Ask the commission, please. Now, Mr. Sanneh, these two contracts that were awarded to you, it was for what purpose? The contracts that were awarded to you, it was for what service?
To provide water for villages.
Which of the villages?
Nyangabanta and Ndrame village.
So the first contract was awarded for the borehole drilling of Nyangabantang first. That was the first contract that was awarded?
No, Nyangabanta was not drilling. Drilling was Ndrame. Nyangabanta was to upgrade.
Nyangabanta was to upgrade?
Yes.
So that was the first contract that was single source to you?
Yes.
For the sum of how much? How much were you paid?
Nyangabantang, let me confirm. Let me go through my document.
Okay, do you have the contract with you?
Yes. That is Nyangabanta. Nyangabanta was at a tune of 300,000.
How many?
300,000.
Oh, okay, 300,000. And it was single source?
Single source.
Okay. So how about Ndrame?
Ndrame was 499,330.
Okay. May we please have both contracts, please? Mr. Drame, you have it in your statement that the Drame contract was awarded for 500,000.
500,000, but when I drew my invoice, it was less. When I drew my invoice,
yes,
it was less than 500,000.
Yes, you told the investigators it's 500,000. That's what you have on your statement.
Yes, it was less than some dollars.
Okay. Chair, we apply to tender the award of contract for the construction of 4-inch borehole at Ndrame Village, addressed to Sinkandi Company Limited, signed by the CEO of Brikama Area Council, dated the 13th day of January 2020. And the second contract, award of contract for the upgrading of borehole at Nyangabantam Village, addressed to the manager Sinkandi Company Limited, signed by the CEO of Kuntaur Area Council, dated the 24th day of August 2020, all into evidence as an exhibit.
The award of contract for the construction of 4.5-inch borehole at Ndrame Village, Nyanija District, dated the 13th of January 2020, addressed to Sinkanding Company Limited, Cow Junction, Latrikunda, Sabiji. It is signed by the CEO of Kuntaur Area Council. And attached to the award of the contract is the contract agreement dated the 13th of January 2020. It is signed by the Chief Executive Officer, the Director of Planning and Development, and the Sinkanding Company Limited. And attached also is the pro forma invoice for the Chief Executive Officer of Kuntaur Area Council, Village 2. And it is signed by the proprietor of Sinkanding Company Limited, which is Landing Sanneh. The second one is the award of contract for upgrading of a borehole at Nyangabanta Village, Nyani District. It is addressed to the manager, Sinkanding Company Limited, Cow Johnson, Latrikunda, Sabiji. It is signed by the Chief Executive Officer, and attached to this award of contract, which is dated the 24th of August 2020, is the contract agreement for the upgrading of a borehole at Nyangabanta Village, Nyani District. It is addressed to the manager, Sinkanding Company Limited, Cow Johnson, Latrikunda, Sabiji. It is signed by the Chief Executive Officer, Director of Planning, and Sinkanding Company Limited. And further attached is the Sinkanding Company Limited pro forma invoice addressed to the Kuntaur Area Council. It is signed by Landing Sanneh, the proprietor. And it's dated 22nd of August 2020. These two documents are admitted in evidence as an exhibit, and they are marked as LGC/KTRC/LS/002.
As the Commission pleases. Mr. Sanneh, how did you get to know about these two contracts?
I read it in the papers.
Now, would you be able to provide, you read it where? On the papers?
Yes.
For both contracts?
I think, no, that of Ndrame, that of drilling, if I can remember.
From Drame. So how about the one for Nyangabanta?
Nyangabantang, that of Nyangabantang, it was through one of their councillor called, I forgot the name of the councillor.
The councillor for which ward?
The councillor is from Nyangabantang.
You know him prior to the contract?
No, I don't know him.
What is his name?
I cannot remember the name. But in 2010, in around 2020, he's a native of Nyangabantang.
He's the councillor for Nyangabanta?
Yes, he was. I don't know whether he presently is the...
As of 2020, he was a councillor for Nyangabanta?
Yes.
Okay. So who exactly do you have an engagement with at Kuntaur Area Council regarding the contract?
Through one Mr. Lamin Kujabi, the development officer.
Mr. Kujabi?
Yes.
You had an engagement with him and he told you about the contract?
Yes, he told me about the contract.
He also gave you the contract sum?
No. I was asked to draw a contract.
And it's true you are not the only contractor in that area?
No. I cannot ascertain to that. But anyway, I drew a contract and gave it to them. an invoice and gave it to them.
Who exactly did you give this estimations to?
I put it in my envelope and then I just post it to the CEO of Kuntaur Area Council.
Then it was just single source to you?
Yes, I was awarded as single source because I didn't attend for any tender opening.
You didn't attend anything?
Yes.
You were just told by Mr. Kujabi and you drew up your estimations and you submitted? Yes. Then you were called and awarded the contract?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. Now, upon doing this, upon awarded these contracts, did you finish the work at Nyangabanta?
I finished them all.
And you were giving the certificate of completion?
Yes.
How about Drame? The work was done as well in Drame? Mr. Sanneh?
Yes, I'm just looking at this.
The upgrading, is it done?
I was given a recommendation.
For which of the contracts?
I was given a recommendation from Kuntaur Area Council.
Instead, it's a recommendation instead of certificate of completion.
Let me just... a certificate has been given to me.
Okay. Which of the certificates are you having?
That of Ndrame.
How about Nyangabantang?
Nyangabantang, no, I was not given any certificate.
Okay. And have you paid tax for both?
I paid tax, that of Ndrame, because they said this one is less than 500,000. So.
Who told you that?
The CEO.
Okay. So may we please have the certificate of completion for Drame and the withholding tax certificate for Nyangabantang? No, for Drame.
Hold on. That's a recommendation letter. That this is signed by Mr. Kujabi.
Chair, apply to tender withholding tax certificate dated the 3rd of March 2020, addressed to Sinkandi, signed by the CEO, and the recommendation for certificate of completion. Well, recommendation for Sinkandi Company Limited. Sorry. Recommendation for Sinkandi Company Limited dated 8th day of June 2021. Both documents into evidence as an exhibit.
A certificate dated the 3rd of March 2020 addressed to Sinkanding Company Limited. The certificate is signed by Chief Executive Officer Mfansu Dabo. This is admitted in this together with the recommendation for Sinkandi Company Limited dated the 8th of June 2021. And the letter is signed by Lamin, Director of Planning and Development. And it is addressed to whom it may concern. These two documents are admitted together as exhibit in evidence, and they are marked as LGC/KTRC/LS/003.
As the Commission pleases. Now, Mr. Sanneh, I've asked you earlier if the contract for Drame was completed.
It's completed.
Both contracts are completed?
They are all completed.
Okay. Now, upon receiving payments, did you give any token to Mr. Kujabi or any of the council members?
Before you give something to somebody from a contract, you must first of all have enough.
Okay.
I didn't give anything to anybody.
Okay. So do you have enough?
I didn't have enough.
Now, do you have your documents for the single sourcing?
Yes, I have them here.
Can we please have the documents for both contracts?
Documents, my company's document?
No. The single source documents.
Single source documents means the certificate, my company certificate.
No. The contract that was single source to you. You said one was single source or both were single source. You said both were single source.
The certificate given to us is to indicate that your company is a single window, but I didn't have any certificate of single sourcing.
Okay. All right, in the absence of any other question, Madam Chair, or any of the commissioners, that will be all for this witness.
Yes, Honorable Silla has a question.
Mr. Sanneh,
Yes, sir.
you said you were awarded the contract on single source basis.
Single source basis, yes, sir.
Did you have the approval of the GPPA for the single sourcing?
From GPPA, single sourcing.
Did you have approval from GPPA? Because just hold on. Wait, listen to me. When a project is single sourced, it has to have approval from the GPPA. Did you have that approval?
No, I didn't have any certificate to indicate that we are to get only single source. The only certificate we have to is this certificate, GPPA certificate that we pay annually.
No, wait, let me explain it further. When you are given a contract, single source, it means that they are given to you without going through competition.
Yes.
Now, when that happens, the GPPA must give approval. Did you have that approval for the single sourcing?
I didn't have that approval from
You didn't
GPPA.
have the approval?
No.
Okay, thank you.
Mr. Sanneh, the contract for the Nyangabantang upgrading, you have said that the council said the amount was less than 500.
No, I didn't say that.
What did you say?
I said I was told there's an upgrading contract for Nyangabantang.
Yes. Yes, you were asked whether you paid tax on that. You said the council said the amount. Or maybe I got it wrong. Can you clarify that issue?
Yes, yes.
What is yes?
The yes is, you asked me whether it is whether I have paid. I said no. The CEO said it's less than.
Less than what?
500,000.
That is what I said. That is what I said. That is why I'm asking you. So it's the CEO that said that it is less than 500,000, so you are not supposed to pay tax. Is that correct?
Well, I didn't pay any tax on that.
No, why I'm asking you whether it was the CEO that said it is less than 500, so you are not supposed to pay you are not supposed to pay withholding tax.
Yes.
Is that correct?
It's correct.
And who was the CEO?
One Mr. Dabo.
What is the name?
I think it's Mfamara or Mfansu.
Mfansu Dabo. All right. Now, the agreements you have given us for the upgrading of Nyangabanta, you signed an agreement which said you are expected to pay a tax of 10,000. The agreement you signed. So I'll give you the document, you look at it. The second page, it is in paragraph 4. Did you see it?
Yes, yes.
And you also said, you also told the commission that you drafted the agreement. Is that correct?
Me drafted the agreement?
Yes.
I didn't draft any agreement.
You did not draft this agreement?
No.
So now my question is, did you read this agreement to understand what is there?
I read it, yes.
So did you see the payment of the 10,000?
I saw the payment of it. What happened? They said that's what is called council, something that we pay to the council.
Did you pay that?
I paid that to him.
Where is the receipt?
No, I didn't have, I have no receipt for that.
So you will bring that receipt on Thursday for us. Please write it down so that you will not forget. Did you write that? Did you write that? The receipt, the payment?
No, I don't have it here.
Yes, but write it down so that you can bring it on Thursday. So
I will not forget. I will not forget. I'll write it.
No, please write it. Please give him a pen to write. So you bring the tax for the Nyangabantang and the Drame for the council that you have paid. Did you pay the 10,000 for the Drame contract?
I paid that.
Is it the same as the withholding tax?
It's all the same.
Is the same?
Yes.
So this tax that is in this agreement for the upgrading, which you said, the CEO said, is not up to 500, so you are not supposed to pay. And you have just told the commission that this is another tax that the council has asked you to pay. Did I get it correct?
Yes, I'm right.
So now, if this is not withholding tax, it's another tax, this 10,000 that you paid for the upgrading of the Nyangabanta borehole, are you not supposed to pay another 10,000 for the Ndrame village, for the Ndrame borehole, since there are two different taxes?
No, I didn't pay. The amount that I paid, that is indicated in the Drame receipts. Mm-hmm. That's what I paid to the council.
So now I am now putting it across to you. You said, I asked you whether the Nyangabantang contract, did you pay withholding tax? You said you did not pay withholding tax.
No.
So you paid another tax which is different from withholding tax, which is also 10,000, which I have asked you to bring the receipt. Is that not correct?
Yes, we are right.
Yes. So I am now asking you, did you pay an additional 10,000 apart from the withholding tax you paid in the Drame project? Because if going by your evidence, you should pay an additional 10,000 because you paid a tax which is different from withholding tax, and you said it's council tax. So if it is council tax on a contract, which they charge 10,000, you should equally pay that 10,000 for this drama contract.
For the drama contract, I didn't pay. What I paid
That
is
fair.
what is on
You
the.
did not pay. We will ask the CEO when he comes. Now, you have said that the monies paid to you was not enough. What do you mean when you said it was not enough?
I wanted more, because if you do a contract, all what you are supposed to do is to see how much you can get from your profit.
Yes.
I get it. But the profit, apart from when I'm immediately buying from the materials and paying my workers and paying for the machine, all what has left is not enough for me. When I say it's not enough for me, because every contractor wants big profit, big margin, but I didn't have any big margin.
Yes, but Mr. Sanneh, you sent your quotation.
Yes.
Right? You
Yes.
sent your quotation. So how do you have to blame if you are not having enough?
No, I'm not blaming anybody. What I'm saying is I just wanted more.
You wanted more.
Yes.
And if you had wanted more, why didn't you put it in your costing?
Because
you wanted more.
That will not be feasible, because you cannot charge a borehole
Then do
drill.
you think it is relevant for you to tell us that you wanted more?
Well, yes, it's relevant.
Why should you think that it is relevant for us to listen to that?
I think.
Thank you, Mr. Sanneh.
Sorry, I didn't
you-
ask about his account.
Yes?
Mr. Sanneh,
Yes.
do you have a business account?
Business account.
Yes.
Yes.
And you have a personal account as well?
Come again.
You have a personal account as well?
Personal account.
Yes.
My account is all in the business.
Is only?
My accounts are all in the business account.
Okay, you can provide the details of the business account. In which bank?
In numerous banks.
Okay, how many accounts?
I was banking. I'm banking with GT Bank. I'm banking with Ajib Bank. I'm banking with Access Bank. I'm banking with Eco Bank.
Okay, 4 accounts.
Yes.
And payment goes to all 4 accounts. They are all business accounts.
Yes.
You can please provide the details of these accounts to the registrar before you leave, please. That will be all for the witness, Madam Chair.
So, Mr. Sanneh, aside from these boreholes and these repairs, what other contracts did you have with Kuntaur Area Council?
These are the only 2.
Thank you. So, Mr. Sanneh, please endeavor to bring the documents we have asked you to bring by Thursday. If there is any need for us to call you to clarify any issue, we will do so. Thank you so much for coming. And we may rise.